Hey guys, JHub here, and this video is going to be the Q&A questions from my MP5 Moab on Hard Hat. Before I get to those though, I want to just put in a quick word about this gameplay. This is, I believe, 117 kills and 6 deaths gameplay. A guy before had kind of pissed me off by using ghosts and silence weapons and camping in a corner, so I decided to go full on try hard, and apparently this is what I get. So let's get into the questions now. The first question comes from one super noober, and he asked, why did you start doing YouTube and who was your inspiration to do so? I think I started YouTube back in 2009 actually. It was with the holdover game. This is before I even knew about Call of Duty, before I knew about Machinima or any of this stuff, but I was making I decided to make my first video because I was called a hacker in a PC game. I was continuously being called a hacker, so I decided to make a video, show that I'm not a hacker, and show my skill level, and I put it up on YouTube, and it did fairly well. And then I guess the inspiration after that was a guy by the name of Fallen Dark. I don't know if he's still doing YouTube or not, but he used to make these montages that I thought were pretty cool, and I actually made 3 for this game that I played before I actually started Call of Duty and the second channel. It was fun, don't get me wrong. I remember actually going down to the beach and the hour-and-a-half ride there, or to 2 hours, that I actually made my first montage for, believe it or not, combat arms. And this was before all the hackers went nuts. But moving on, the next question is, how tall are you and can you stream on Twitch? And this one is by TarotKid1. I am about 6'5" inches tall, and can I stream on Twitch? I really don't know. My upload's only 0.5 and I haven't tried yet. I'm thinking I can do like 360p on like single player games. I can't do multiplayer. I may try it on Twitch just to see if I can do it, but I don't know. I'll try to figure it out. What is your favorite video game of all time? When I think of this, and this question comes from Scary Purple Mouse, I'm thinking immediately Pokemon Yellow or Metroid Fusion. I actually bought Metroid Fusion 3 times because I lost it on 2 different trips, and I had to re-get it. I lost one up in Gatlinburg, then I think I lost one at the lake that I live in, and I ended up buying a third one because I absolutely loved the game. And Pokemon Yellow is just an all-time favorite. It was a mixture of the initial blue and red, and I thought it was just perfect for me to play. The next question comes from Bref Mintz MDV 2010. He asked, have you / do you smoke weed? No, I don't, and I never plan on doing it. It's just I don't feel like it, and I don't think it really does anything for you. I mean, other than make you high as crap. So I don't plan on doing it. Have never done it. So yeah. The next question comes from Rude Beard, and he asked, do you lift? I used to. I used to play football, and I used to lift every single day. It got tiring. I did try to do it recently, but I don't like to lift unless I'm with another person, because that extra bit of competition is what drives me with lifting. Otherwise, it gets really boring, and I just really don't feel like doing it. The next question comes from 1231 Angel R, and he asks, do you play DayZ? No, I do not. I do not have the money to buy it or buy Arma 2 in order to play it, so I have not played it yet. I think they're going to come out with the standalone game, and once they do that, I might actually try to get it. The next question comes from Helix7 Rants, and he asks, what is the biggest amount of rage you have had in MW3 and what caused it? I immediately go to think back to when Decommission came out, that DLC. I was raging harder than I probably ever have in Modern Warfare 3. It seemed like the worst things about Modern Warfare 3 came out at the exact same time, and it just drove me beyond nuts. I actually have this desk that I'm commentating on with my mic. It's a 2-inch thick solid wood desk, and I got so mad that when I slammed my fist down on it, I put some dents in it, and let's just say my pinky hurt all day that day. I eventually got the Decommission Moab, so I really don't want to play it anymore. That was kind of the whole point of that, but I think that was the biggest amount of rage I've ever had in MW3. The next question comes from, Billy Bob, and he asks, is it hard to get a Moab? If not, tips. For me, it's no longer hard to get a Moab. I've done it almost 300 times, and it really just seems second nature at this point. I just play, and I more than likely end up getting it. Here's a tip that I just recently remembered. Play Mercenary Playlist. It's probably the easiest way for you to get a Moab. Everyone's in there is not playing with the party, and most of the time, they're either playing the objective, and you can take advantage of them, or just running around the map and not really paying attention to anything about what's going on. The next question comes from Burning Troll, and he asks, will you ever think about trolling? Nah, I'm never going to do the trolling thing. I think it is quite annoying when people do it to me. So I'm not going to do it to them because, like I said, it's annoying and I just don't want to be that guy. So the next question comes from SRT Commando, and he asked, how was your childhood? I would like to say my childhood was actually alright, I guess. A lot of things happened that I didn't want to happen, but then there was a lot of good things that came out of it. So I guess I would rate it as a C+, but I guess it's normal because a lot of things happen you don't want to happen when you're a kid. The next question comes from Scorp66fi, and he asks, how many potatoes can you fit in your mouth at once? Well, I can fit half of a potato in my mouth because when I was playing football, they would take us out to this restaurant to eat, and usually what I would do was take a potato, dip it in ketchup, and eat it like it was one huge french fry. That's what I used to do because we only had a certain amount of time to eat, and by the time we actually got our food, it was only like 10-15 minutes to where we had to eat the whole thing, and I found that was the easiest way to actually hurry up and eat the meal. The next question comes from Droopy Spoon, and he asks, are you ugly? I really don't know. I don't rate myself. I let other people do that if they wish to. Yeah, I really couldn't give you one on that. The next question comes from Lol4967. He asks, can you answer this? Obviously I can. The next question comes from Constant Teen21. I see you play with Drifter quite often, so my question, is he your real friend or y'all met online and became friends? We pretty much met online. I can actually remember the first time what caused me to contact him. It was this gameplay he had on Respawn. He was on Hanoi, I believe, playing hardcore. His gun was like a commando with silencer and dual mag or extended mag, something like that. But the reason I actually contacted him in the first place before we ever became friends was he was talking about quality and render settings, and that's how I actually found out that I needed an HD PVR. And after that, I just joined open lobbies. I kept talking to him, and eventually we became friends. So I guess that's how it happens. The next question comes from Jacob Hempel, and he asks, girlfriend or wife? I have neither. I don't have the money for a girlfriend, simple enough as that. And if you don't have money, you really can't have a girlfriend if you see it as that. The next question comes from Infinite Noobs, and he asks, do you have any other close friends to Modern Warfare 3 with besides Drifter? Yeah, I actually have a couple of real-life friends added on Modern Warfare 3, believe it or not. I have yet to meet Drifter, but hopefully one day we will be able to. The next question comes from N. Baldwin, I guess his name is, and he asks, what's your name? I'm not going to give that out just for real reasons. I really don't want to be tracked down or anything. The history of the gamertag JHub, it came when I was in high school. Somebody called me that, and I eventually just stuck, so I might as well made it into my gamertag. Before I actually used the gamertag JHub, I always went with Ares, but then all the little kids started taking Ares because of either the video game or known as the God of War. Most of them didn't know the actual Greek god background, so I gave up on Ares and trying to keep it. I've already mentioned my favorite video of all time, so let's move on to the next question. Pink Mr. on me again asks, would you like to play on a Minecraft server multiplayer? I actually enjoy doing that. It makes it more entertaining, more people on there. Building bigger structures makes it more fun. I would like to do it, but right now I'm sticking to single player just so I can do what I want, and because a lot of the multiplayer servers I've been on are deleted after a month and I lose all the stuff I put on it, so I'm trying to stick to single player. The next question comes from Strong Mo, and he asks, do you play PS3? No, I do not. I do not have the money for one. I actually have a PS1 though somewhere over here in my room. Also have a Super Nintendo and a GameCube. Favorite game on GameCube though was like Super Smash Brothers, but not of all time, so next one comes from a guy named I Am The Best 1v1 Me, and it's more of a statement. He says, show your face. I may do that in the future. As of right now, I don't want to do it just for certain reasons, but if I do any meetups or anything like that, I'll make sure to let you know, and if someone snaps a pic, I might as well retweet it on Twitter. Next question comes from Darwin2127. He asks, what is your relationship to Drifter? You guys seem to play together all the time. I would like to consider him a friend. He's a nice guy, and he's just fun to play with and chill guy, so pretty much we're friends. That's basically all it is. Next question comes from Skeeter69121, and he asked one of the same questions that already popped up. And the question was, do you have a girlfriend? And the answer is no. Now, if you have any more questions, leave them down in the comment section below, and I'll answer them there. Two videos you probably missed. The one on the left is Finding the Pattern on Cracked, and the video on the right is the latest episode of Minecraft Monday. A link to my Twitter will be down in the description in case you want to follow me, get into open lobbies, or get in on my Minecraft server. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Other than that, peace out.